It's like amazing to me and shit. This is like a dream come true. I was calling him on the phone. He said, I'm about to hop on the plane and all that, but he's here. Freeway Ricky, what's going on, man?
Man, just loving New York, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been showing me so much love out here, man. It's crazy. It's like I'm in LA all over again, man. But now we got all the high rises and shit, you know. Yeah.
So, what's going on with you, man?
Man, I just been getting it in, man. Really trying to educate our kids on this trap that's been set by this machine, man. It's a cold machine.
The agenda that's set forth.
Yeah, man. And
for everybody to fail, basically.
Man. Especially, man, when you look like me. You know, it's sad that, you know, I got a young lawyer that run with me every day, and he just, you know, me and him, we rap, and he be telling me, he said, man, it's cold when you black, 24 to 30 years old, man, and everybody look at you like you're a criminal. You know, he walks in, and if he ain't got on his suit and he ain't got his briefcase and his book, they don't know he graduated from Loyola Law School and UCLA, and he just said it ain't cool the way they treat us, man.
But let me ask you something. I don't want to cut you off, but I remember, wasn't the boys trying to fuck with you because you were educating the youth? Like, they were trying to rearrest you, right? For educating, for talking to the kids. Yeah,
well, what they say, you know, like when I go out and do my speeches, you know, sometimes some convicted felons come out.
They supposed to. You would hope they come out.
Yeah, and then I take pictures like today. We went down to, what was the name of that school? Door for Doe School.
Okay.
I took pictures with everybody in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't asking you ever been convicted and all that. That don't matter to me, man. My goal, man, is to save my people, you know what I'm saying? Because I played such a big part in this cycle that's going on right now, man, with the rap game, with what these dudes are talking about on rap, you know, and it's like crazy to me to know that I was one of the ones who started this wheel rolling, you know what I'm saying, and helped this machine get this thing started out of ignorance, though, you know what I'm saying? I was ignorant when I did it and not really understanding what was going on. But
if I'm not mistaken, you were also used by the CIA also.
Absolutely. Well, that's one, you know, that's part of the machine. The CIA is part of the machine.
The COINTELPROs and the J. Edgar Hoovers and a lot of the madness.
Exactly.
Let me ask you something. You also, Rick Ross the rapper, you have a plight against him, but how come you never went at Freeway from Philly? Because if I'm not mistaken, that's your name too.
Yeah. Freeway carries it different, you know. For one thing, you know, the brother has a lot of respect for me. You know, he came out and told everybody, you know what I'm saying, how much he respects me and that he got his name derived from me because he has so much love and respect for me. And the other guy, he lies and he wants people to believe that he's me, you know, and that's a different thing, you know. When you don't have your own identity, and then when you look at the message that he's teaching our kids, me and him are teaching two different messages, you know. He's working for the machine now, and I'm working against the machine. You know, I'm trying to derail, I'm trying to take the wheels off the machine, and here you are, every time I take a tire off, you put 4 on. So that's part of my fight with him, you know. If he came out and told everybody, no, I ain't really Rick Ross, my real name is William Roberts, and you know, I took dude's name and I rap his lifestyle and I want to look like him, and you know, then I would respect him more if he did that. But you know, just to say and you know, you never hear this guy mention that his name is William Roberts.
Yeah, you know, it was crazy because I looked up through the glass and I'm like, hold the fuck up, that's Rick Ross. Like, that's Rick Ross. That's Rick Ross. Let me ask you something. The street dude, the guy, well, the ex-street guy, what is it that stops you from sending the goons at this nigga to just say, you know what, man, you gonna stop using my fucking name? What stops you from doing it? Because I know sometimes...
Well, you know what, it's hard. It's hard to keep these dudes, because trust me, these dudes in LA, they don't like what he's done.
Okay.
It's hard for me to get them not to go get him. You know, even when I lost the lawsuit, I mean, like 3 of the shot callers, you know, from the hood, you know, came to me and was like, man, is it time yet? And I was like, no, man, that ain't what I don't want that. You know, I don't want nobody to do nothing to him. They want to put a no-fly zone on him, saying that he can't come to LA. I mean, you know, even Suge Knight came out, you know. Suge had stepped to me one day and was like, man, you know, let me take care of this. You know, and I'm like, no, man, it ain't about that. We've been fighting and killing each other.
Let me ask you something, though. How could you lose a lawsuit where it's definitely your name, definitely your beard, definitely your... What's wrong with the judge? How could you possibly lose?
The judge used to work for Universal.
Wow. Wow. On ForbesDVD.com. Wow. See that shit?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to work for Universal, and then I believe they put a cold stump because Universal has one law firm that they use all the time. This law firm has been a law firm for 20 years. Well, in this particular case, they didn't let that law firm represent them. They went out and hired another law firm because had they hired that law firm, then the judge would have had to disclose that she used to work for that law firm that Universal has that represents them right now. So they hired another law firm where the head lawyer also worked at the old law firm and also worked with my judge. So we're appealing it on.
Yes, that's definitely a great case.
We think it was a conflict of interest. We think that they had 9 lawyers and none of them you know, stood up and said, hey, you know, the judge used to work for Tungle & Moore, I think is the name of the company. And none of them stood up and told us that. So
my next question to you before we go, if he was to change his whole premise of not rapping about hustling, not selling about drugs, if he started to rap about educating the kids and telling them something different, would you have an issue and problem with him?
Man, right now, you know, I'm gonna have to take my hat off of him because he took a note out of my book a couple months ago. I read in the paper that he went to his old high school and gave out computers, and I know that he did that because of the kind of pressure I've been putting on him. That this is what you got to do, you know, because you can't keep on taking from somebody and
not
these
give
kids,
back.
These kids gonna get hip. You know, all these cats out here taking, they ain't coming back to the hood. You know, they taking their money and they giving it to the United Way and let the United Way invest their money, give to the nonprofits that they want to. And I mean, because as much money as these cats make, man, our hoods shouldn't need basketballs and football shoes and centers and stuff like that there. So, you know, I got to give him that he did go back to his old school, and I'm glad to see that he did that. And if he changed, I can embrace him. I mean, I don't have no ill feelings with him right now. You know, I ain't mad at him. I don't want nothing to happen to the cat. You know, honest. But at the same time, I can't respect the way he's carrying right now.
Also, did y'all ever speak? Did you ever see him? Did you ever come face to face with him and say?
We did. At a deposition, we came face to face. I spoke to him. He didn't speak back.
Like a bitch, like how you talk to a girl and they keep walking.
I stuck my hand out to shake his hand and tell him, you know, ain't no hard feeling on my end, you know. And he rolled his eyes at me and turned and walked away.
Wow. Also, what I wanted to ask you, I heard it's many interviews, but you also said he was a snitch CEO.
Man, I got a call from some cats that was in jail when he was there. And they said, like, if they were shooting dice and stuff like that, he would be hiding behind the thing, the bill. And I know because I've been to prison. I see CEOs, you know, who they sweat every little petty thing. If you got extra soup in your locker, you know, they take it.
Contraband.
So this guy was telling me that this guy was that type of CEO. You know, he would sneak around and listen to their conversations, and he would run to the sergeant because he didn't really have any power. You know, he couldn't come in and take your soups. He had to go get the sergeant and bring the sergeant, and the sergeant would do that.
Wow.
But the guy said that that's the kind of dude he was. As a matter of fact, me and this guy, we working on a project together.
Wow. Okay.
To bring some of this kind of stuff to light. So be on the lookout for that.
So that's what it is. We in the building with the real, original Freeway Ricky Ross. I'm glad you walked through that door. I don't know what the hell made you walk. This is divine intervention. Maybe it's the heat.
Off the Hook TV.
You know what I'm saying? Off the Hook TV made that happen. I actually did something with him before.
Come in and get some of this air. Y'all got
it's feeling nice up in here.
I can feel it from the streets.
So hopefully, you know, New York is showing you love.
Oh man, it's been so cool, and we got a couple more things going on here in New York. You know, I'm here with my man Cody from Get Money Magazine. He brought me out. You know, shout out
to Coley.
And Coley, tell him something where the other places are gonna be going.
We got a lot going on Ricky's in town. And Friday we're gonna be Hall of Fame Records.
Okay, Queens Coliseum.
That's gonna be from 4 to 7 p.m.
Shout out to Jewels.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Also on Saturday we're gonna be at Catfish Cafe.
Okay.
Guy Roar. And
147 Avenue, 147 Avenue.
Tonight is Benny DeGraw and Wendy.
Okay.
I can't think of her name. Birthday.
Yeah.
So they got you out here working.
Yeah.
I'm out here working, promoting, you know, trying to, you know, because right now, man, our people in trouble. You know?
Make sure y'all log into Freeway Enterprise too.
.com. Follow me on Twitter, Freeway Ricky. And you know, we just getting it in, man.
I'm a member of Freeway Enterprise too.
I appreciate it.
I can show you the emails right now that come to me right now.
And we growing. You know what I'm saying? We growing. We gonna get there. You know, we just gotta keep pushing. You
gotta keep grinding.
It don't look good right now, but at the same time, you know, we gonna turn it. I got a documentary coming out. It's gonna blow this.
Is Jamie Foxx really supposed to?
We talking about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a few people. I haven't made up my mind yet who I want to do the role, but the documentary is gonna be dope. Y'all look for that. We exploring the whole crack industry. Man, it's just gonna be dope.
But you know these niggas really don't sell crack. Some of these niggas really ain't in the street.
Yeah, it's a
like
lot
because there's no way you could be a
them.
millionaire and be in the street.
No.
Like, you know, but I don't like. Let me ask you something. What is it about the people that like to be fooled? Why do the people like to be fooled?
Well, you know, the ones that's really being fooled are the ones that feel hopeless.
Okay.
You know, they feel like they don't have anything else going on, so they looking for some type of hope. You know, like if you're in the ocean and a straw float by you, you gonna grab it.
Yeah, you can think you can swim back to safety.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the state that our people are in. You know, they've been feeding them so much garbage that they don't understand anything but that. So, you know, it takes people like us now to start waking them up and start showing them, you know, what's real and what's not real.
So what about the people that might be saying, oh, Freeway, he just broke, he's fucked up, he just need money, that's why he's doing lawsuits, real niggas don't sue, blah, blah. What do you want to say to them?
Well, you know what? The first thing is, even when I had money, I sued people. I had real estate deals that went south, and I sued them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna, you know, you ain't gonna take that street when you're doing that for your money. So I am broke right now, cash wise.